And when the ball drops, all of Times Square going to erupt. We're talking about 1 million people. We're taking a break for local news right now. Then we'll be back at the crossroads of the world, Times Square, on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Oh, and it's going to rock like you've never seen it before. See you in a little while, everybody. Thank you.
Air transportation provided by American Airlines. 200,000 people on 3,800 flights every day. We know why you fly. We're American Airlines.
The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. Look for a red tag on Impala and you'll save a lot of green. With the 2005 Chevy Impala, you get best-in-class highway fuel economy. Now, qualified GM employees can use red tag bonus cash to lease an Impala sedan for $133 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for these details. The Chevy Holiday Red Tag Sale. See red, save green. Chevy drives the Motor City. See your Detroit area Chevy dealer today.
Everyone's counting down to Art Van's biggest New Year's sale. Save up to 50% throughout the store. Plus, for the first time ever, get 0% interest till 2008 with no down payment. Plus, Art Van will pay your sales tax. That's no interest for 2005, 2006, or 2007. 0% interest all the way till 2008 with no down payment. Plus, we'll pay your sales tax with free next-day delivery. Art Van's New Year's sale. Now through Monday. Open New Year's Day, 10 to 7. Art Van. Joy to the home.
You're watching WXYZ-7. Now, action news at 11.
The celebration of a new year is tempered tonight by an epic disaster that will follow us into 2005. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Glenn Zimmerman.
And I'm Ray Saya. It has been nearly a week since tsunamis hit South Asia, and the toll gets worse with each passing day.
That wave is a good 15, 20 feet tall. Easy.
This new video shows the monstrous first wave that pounded the resort island of Phuket. The British tourist who taped it and his family are among the fortunate ones who escaped with their lives. The number of those who did not survive just keeps growing. The UN says the death toll is now approaching a staggering 150,000, and it's unlikely we'll ever know exactly how many died. U.S. aid to the region is increasing tenfold tonight. The Bush administration is now pledging $350 million in the wake of foreign criticism about being stingy. And new satellite photos are putting a new perspective on the devastation with a look before and after. This is the island of Banda Aceh, where authorities say there are so many dead, they've stopped counting.
A local family is among people all over the world wondering about the fate of loved ones in the disaster area this New Year's Eve. Karen Faust knows her stepdaughter was on vacation in Thailand when the tsunami hit. She hasn't heard from her since. Action News reporter Peggy Yeager has this story tonight from Howell.
There is no spread, no party favors on this table, only pictures of a couple missing since the wall of water hit.
Normally we would be up at our cottage and partying and having a great time, but this year it's very quiet. My husband can't even be here with you. He can't face all the attention.
But attention is the hope Karen Faust is clinging to. Her stepdaughter Angela and Angela's boyfriend Lucas Scully were scuba diving on the shores of Thailand, right where the tsunami hit.
At that resort where they were staying, Koh Lak Orchid Resort, 700 bodies washed up yesterday.
Tonight, as most people look forward to the new year, Karen Faust can't help but look back to the day her stepdaughter left, the day she last used her credit cards, the day the tsunami hit.
If nothing happens in 3 days, Luke's family is going down there.
The Fost and Scully families have hired private investigators at $2,500 a day. They're using a computer to communicate with the hotel in Thailand.
We're getting injured lists. The people who are in hospitals, it's coming over in Thai. In fact, there's one on my kitchen table that says Lucas, and the last name is in Thai.
And as we all go into the new year with questions about the future, this family needs answers more than most. In Howell, Peggy Agar, Channel 7 Action News.
Karen asked us to give out her email address in case anyone knows anything or can translate the local language. That email is FostKaren@msn.com. That's spelled Fost, which is FOUSTKAREN @msn.com.
In Thailand tonight, where they're searching for Angela Fost and thousands of others, New Year's Eve celebrations took on a noticeably somber tone. It's already New Year's Day 2005 in Thailand at this hour. Thousands of people held a moment of silence to remember the victims of the tragedy before festivities ushered in the new year. And in India tonight, New Year's Eve celebrations were canceled out of respect to tsunami victims. Instead, officials held a special memorial service at a Catholic church in New Delhi. Worshippers prayed for the dead and the survivors. Tonight, India's official death toll stands at an estimated 8,000 people.
And you can help. Action News and the Red Cross have teamed up. We've already raised $77,000 for disaster relief, and you can still make donations if you wish. It's as simple as using a credit card. Call 313-833-2664. That number, once again, is 313-833-2664. And be sure to stay with Action News for continuing coverage on this disaster in Asia.
Some unseasonably mild temperatures on this final night of 2004. Will they continue? Shay Ryan joined us now with a look at the forecast. Shay?
Yeah, it's been very comfortable today, especially for this time of year, and our temperatures now still holding at 50 degrees presently in Detroit. Now, it is a little cooler around Pontiac, coming in at 46 degrees. Flint is already at 40, and you can see Saginaw is 36. So that colder air is coming in from the north, and it is just a little bit slow to reach our area. That's making it more comfortable if you're going to be heading out and about tonight, but you may want to keep an extra jacket on hand. Temperatures will be falling overnight pretty rapidly and will be near 30 degrees when you wake up tomorrow morning. And you can see here on our satellite and radar composite, it is quite clear across the state, and that's going to allow those temperatures to drop off. The rest of the forecast coming up.
Looking forward to it, Shay. Thank you so much. Well, it could be a roseless New Year's for some Michigan football fans. Mechanical problems grounded an America West flight to Pasadena. On that flight, 50 Wolverine fans ready to rock the Rose Bowl. Now, we contacted America West tonight. They do not know if all the passengers will make it in time to bask in the football frenzy. However, we do know Channel 7 is your Rose Bowl station. The game is scheduled to begin right here tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Police are stepping up patrols tonight to keep an eye out for drunk drivers. Action News reporter Blake Chenault takes us along for a ride with Michigan State Police.
Working on New Year's Eve is a particularly risky shift for state troopers like Scott Adams, because the end of the year has a well-deserved reputation for irresponsible drinking.
For years, I refused to go out on New Year's Eve if I wasn't working, just for that fear alone.
No one knows exactly how many alcohol-impaired drivers are out tonight on New Year's Eve, but police say there are probably a lot more than we think.
It's just the sheer numbers of people that are out this night.
Alcohol did not appear to be a factor in this rollover accident, where the driver sustained injuries that were not life-threatening. But all too often, alcohol is a factor, and the accident is fatal.
It's really a difficult thing to have to go to somebody's house and deliver a death notification.
Judging from past experience, troopers expect they'll be busiest in the early morning hours when the bars close, and those who've had too much to drink try to make it home. In Oakland County, Blake Chenault, Channel 7 Action News.
On this New Year's Eve, there is no excuse for you to drink and drive, because Mothers Against Drunk Driving is offering you a free ride. If you've been drinking tonight and you need a ride home, just pick up the phone and call them. Here's the number, 877-693-6233. Again, that number is 877-693-6233.
One of the largest New Year's Eve parties of the night is taking place right now in the Big Apple. This is a look live at Midtown Manhattan, where thousands have packed Times Square, and all eyes are on that large shiny ball that will start making its slow descent in less than an hour. And when it does, you'll hear New York roar that final countdown into 2005.
up on this New Year's Eve edition of Action News at 11, a freeway was literally flooded with water, but it's not what you might think.
Then one man says this video shows a clear case of police brutality. That's next when Action News at 11 returns.
There's only 2 weeks to deal on America's hottest products. For 2 weeks only, buy any new Dodge and make no monthly payments until May 2005. Or lease and pay no security deposit. Now qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can grab a Dodge Grand Caravan SXT for just $129 a month. Plus grab Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. But you've got to get it in gear because 2 weeks to deal ends January 3rd.
Young, who got some good minutes in the first half, hits the jumper. Tiffany Young, a junior from Hillsboro, Alabama, has 4. Young, 17-footer, got it. And Tiffany Young with a sensational performance.
Excuse me. I'm ready for my test drive. I brought my own course.
It's your last chance for Mazda's Drive-In the New Year sales event. Lease the Mazda 6, a 2-time Automobile Magazine All-Star for $149 a month. That's the 2005 Mazda 6i Sports Sedan for $149 a month for 36 months with $27.74 to an S-Plan lease signing. It all ends January 3rd. Get to your Detroit area Mazda dealer for a test drive.
So, I call my insurance guy and I say I want the really good PPO. And you know what he says? What about PPO from HAP? It's so flexible. I can see any doctor and on my terms. My terms, and it's powered by HAP.
HAP has a PPO?
Affordable coverage that looks good with any size business. Call for the PPO, powered by HAP.
If it's got a red tag, it'll be moving fast. Announcing the Pontiac Holiday Red Tag Sale, now at your participating dealer, where for a limited time, GM employees can lease a new Grand Prix for $159 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. See some red and save some green during the Pontiac Holiday Red Tag Sale, but only until January 3rd. Visit TriCountyPontiacDealers.com.
Claims of police brutality continue to ring out in Ypsilanti, and now one man says he has the video to prove it. The man who did not want to show his face explains the fuzzy video captured on his cell phone depicts a woman being beaten by police Tuesday night outside of Buffalo Wild Wings in Ypsi. Police report they showed up to subdue a brawl between two women over a coat. Police also report people in the crowd turned on officers, punching, kicking, even biting them. Ypsi police officers stand by their actions. They have no further comments until after they've been able to examine the video closer.
An accident in Texas today left a freeway flooded with bottled water. Here's a look at the mess. Police say a driver took a U-turn in front of a truck hauling water. The two vehicles crashed into each other, then bottled water came crashing onto the freeway. It took several hours to mop up the mess. The 18-year-old driver of the car was rushed to the hospital with head injuries.
Well, coming up on Action News at 11, New Year's Eve trouble for a Detroit Lions player. That's next.
Plus, good news for a local family tonight who had been searching for a missing loved one. We'll be right back.
At the Happy Honda Days, you will find for thee many choice Accords and a sweet deal that's so lovely.
It's Happy Honda Days for all, and the Accord is a great way to reward yourself. It's the car awarded best overall value in its class. You've been good all year. And now, you can lease an Accord LX sedan for $219 a month, or get impressively low APR financing for a limited time. It's Happy Honda Days going on now at your Honda dealer.
Happy Honda Days.
Still thinking about buying replacement windows this year? Here's one word of advice. Don't. Come Monday, January 3rd, you'll be glad you waited.
Monday is the last day of 2 weeks to deal, where qualified returning Daimler Chrysler employee lessees can lease the exciting Sebring sedan for just $149 a month. Or choose the spacious Town & Country, the first minivan with stow-and-go seating and storage. And Even the adventurous four-wheel drive Jeep Liberty. Your choice for only $149 a month. Plus, pay no security deposit. But hurry, 2 weeks to deal ends Monday. So get to your Chrysler and Jeep superstores today.
Everyone's counting down to Art Van's biggest New Year's sale. Save up to 50% throughout the store. Plus, for the first time ever, get 0% interest till 2008 with no down payment. Plus, Art Van will pay your sales tax. That's no interest for 2005, 2006, or 2007. 0% interest all the way till 2008 with no down payment. Plus, we'll pay your sales tax with free next-day delivery. Art Van's New Year's sale. Now through Monday. Open New Year's Day, 10 to 7. Art Van. Joy to the home.
This holiday season, it's your last chance to find the right price on the Volkswagen that's right for you.
I love it.
Right now, during our year-end sales drive, get great deals on 2005 Jettas.
On New Year's celebrations for a Detroit Lions player. He was arrested early this morning after failing a breathalyzer test. Tonight he's out of jail, but a lapse in procedure has Detroit police investigating. Action News reporter Val Clark has this story.
To the end zone, and it's intercepted by Chris Cash.
Cornerback Chris Cash made a key interception for the Detroit Lions early this season. But early this morning, he was intercepted by Detroit police for drunk driving and speeding. After being stopped at 7 Mile in Shaftesbury and failing a preliminary breathalyzer, he was brought to the 8th Precinct.
Once in custody at number 8, Cash should have been given a second breathalyzer for legal purposes. Apparently, he did not. Instead, he was ticketed for speeding and released.
That apparent lapse in procedure has led to an investigation.
While it's the discretion of the supervising officer in charge of the desk at the time to determine what charges will be levied against the defendant, the department takes these allegations very seriously, and we're looking into determining if any improprieties at all occurred.
At this point, we are still waiting comment from the Detroit Lions. From downtown Detroit, Val Clark, Channel 7, Action News.
New tonight at 11, 2 carjackings at the same place in Livonia are under investigation. Police say 4 young men pulled a gun on a woman at the Bank 1 near 8 Mile in Grand River. They stole her car, then ditched it in a neighborhood. The same thing, though, happened to a man at the bank less than 2 hours later. Fortunately, in both instances, no one was hurt.
Tonight, Detroit police are hoping a sketch of a rapist will lead to his arrest. Here's the sketch released to Action News today. According to witnesses, this is the man who raped a resident of a senior citizen's home last night at knife point. The rape happened at a senior citizen's apartment on Plymouth Road on Detroit's west side. Police tell Action News the man knocked on a 10th floor apartment. When the elderly resident opened the door, the man pushed his way in and raped her. If you recognize this man in the picture, you're asked to call Detroit police. And a happy ending to a scary situation for a woman missing since yesterday. Family members tell Action News Bernadine Johnson, who suffers from schizophrenia and other medical conditions, realized she was lost and went to police, who then sent her to a shelter to spend the night. After a story aired on Action News at 5, the family found out where she was. Although shaken up a bit, Bernadine is safe now at home.
Definitely good news there. And as we get ready to ring in the new year, we pause to reflect on 2004. It was a year when once again Metro Detroit stood out on the national map. Some headlines warmed the soul, others turned your stomach. Action News reporter Joe Mason takes a look back.
It all started with a single flying cup. In seconds, several fists were flying.
Artest is in the stands!
The basketball at the Palace between the Pistons, Pacers, and fans in November took on a life of its own.
This is a disgrace.
On every channel, the video of the fight was shown over and over and over. Every angle was dissected, slow-moed, stopped, and highlighted.
What a sad scene here at the Palace.
A handful of fans and players were charged with misdemeanors except for Bryant Jackson, otherwise known as the infamous chair thrower. He faces felony assault charges.
How do I say goodbye?
I can only tell you this, we may have lost 2 very courageous young officers, but heaven has gained so much more.
They died in the line of duty. Detroit police officers Matthew Bowens and Jennifer Fettig were gunned down during a traffic stop in February. Eric Marshall was convicted of their murders. Sterling Heights police officer Mark Sawyers was found shot to death in a parking lot in June.
First priority right now is to find this guy.
Sawyer's killing created a nationwide manhunt. After nearly 2 months on the run, Timothy Berner, the man wanted for the murder, committed suicide in Florida as police closed in on him. Gunfire and chaos broke out at Hart Plaza in June during the fireworks show. 9 people were shot, 1 man later died. In what some say was a rush to judgment, Detroit police arrested Deron Caldwell and made him the #1 suspect. Thanks to a series of in-depth investigative reports by Channel 7 Action News, prosecutors changed direction and released Caldwell after he spent 3 months in jail.
They let me go for numerous of reasons. Your investigation, lack of evidence, false statements.
Nature made her mark in 2004. Floodwaters in May caused millions of dollars in damage across our area. About 2,000 homes and businesses in Wayne, Livingston, Macomb, and Oakland counties were damaged in the flood. A miniature Grand Canyon opened up on a Sterling Heights street in August. A broken sewer line was to blame for this massive sinkhole. A few nearby families even had to be evacuated from their homes.
This is truly going to be one of the best stories that has ever been told in the history of our projects.
Lights, camera, action. Hollywood came to Oak Park in August when the hit ABC show Extreme Makeover Home Edition made over the Varden family home. The husband and wife are deaf and their youngest son is autistic and blind. The Extreme team rebuilt the home to fit the family's special needs.
I think it's going to take us a long time to get used to it.
Reading, writing, and cutbacks. Detroit Public School announced a major budget shortfall in November. 4,000 jobs may be lost and 40 schools could close. Also making news this year, the opening of Campus Martius, helping revitalize downtown Detroit. Carl Malinga, Macomb County prosecutor, indicted on charges of swapping favors in return for campaign contributions. Longtime city councilwoman Kay Everett passed away. Farmington Hills schoolteacher Nancy Seaman found guilty for killing her husband Robert. Confessed serial killer Coral Watts also found guilty with another Michigan murder that happened 30 years ago. Andrew Osentowski, a student at Chippewa Valley High School in Clinton Township, arrested after authorities say he threatened to blow up the school and kill students. A small plane crashes near Detroit City Airport, hitting 2 homes. Amazingly, no one is killed. The NHL lockout turns Hockeytown into Ghost Town. And Detroit basketball.
We just believe in ourselves, and we play team basketball.
Against all odds, the Pistons became the world champs by beating Shaq, Kobe, and those dreaded L.A. Lakers. There are many other stories we could have added to this list. You may be naming a few right now, but don't worry, there's always next year, which starts tomorrow. Joe Mason, Channel 7 Action News.
And in just about 38 minutes, we'll put 2004 in the books and start making new memories for 2005.
Yeah, the new memory right now has to do with the weather. Shay's joining us. A very, very warm day.
It has. It's been awful mild and very comfortable for this time of year. Just take a look at where we totaled out. Made it to a high of 59 degrees, almost 30 degrees above average. Now, you might be wondering, is this record level heat for this time of year? Well, not really. The record high for this day in history is 65 degrees. So we are 6 degrees below that, so not really edging out. Get very close to that. 46 degrees is where we started the day, much above the average low temperature of 19 degrees. Now, our winds are finally beginning to shift from the southwest to the west at 16 miles per hour. As that frontal system has moved through, the cold air has been slow to move in today. That's what allowed our temperatures to get so high. Even with the sunshine that we had late in the day and the clearer skies, you would normally see that cooler air rushing in, and it moved in pretty slow today, so we ended up with some nice temperatures. Tomorrow morning, we're going to start the day with some sunshine, still some clouds mixed in. Winds are going to come from the north, and that's going to bring that cooler air in. Now, the winds are going to let up some. It's not going to be quite as breezy as it's been this evening or even this afternoon, but the clouds are going to increase, and our temperatures are going to stay pretty cool in comparison to today. So for tonight, partly cloudy skies will make it to the lowest temperature of the day tomorrow, around 31 degrees. The warmest temperature of the day in the upper 30s. We may end up seeing, since this cool air has been so slow to move in, that the temperatures actually fall some during the first part of the day tomorrow. So we'll see a mostly cloudy evening tomorrow and late in the afternoon. The rain will build in overnight tomorrow night and into Sunday. We'll reach a high on Sunday of 50 degrees. We have that funky thing happening with the temperatures here where you get the sunshine and the cool temperatures. The clouds come back and we get the rain and the temperatures warm up. Same deal for Monday. We're back to sunshine, but we'll only make it to a high of 40 degrees and the temperatures come down a little bit for Tuesday and Wednesday as rain and a chance for either freezing rain or snow returns to our forecast with those lower temperatures. All in all, the overnights are still pretty mild, near 30 degrees each morning.
God, amazing day, though, with that time.
It was great.
Thanks, Shay.
All right, in New York, revelers in Times Square are counting down.
In fact, let's take a live look at pictures of the big party in the Big Apple. Right now, it is a little less than 36 minutes and counting. The New Year's coming. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Walsh College. Walsh College is now enrolling for the degrees that give you the power to succeed. Visit them on Walk-In Wednesdays.
Now that special SUV you want is gift wrapped for you during your Lincoln Mercury dealer's Wish List year-end event, featuring wish list values on the most entertaining SUVs on the planet with a no-charge DVD entertainment system. You can even add Sirius satellite radio. Now lease Mountaineer for $248 a month with 0 down payment and $11.18 cash due, plus a no-charge DVD entertainment system. The Wish List special values are only here for the holidays. See your Metro Detroit Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
New Year's Day at Gardner White. No interest till 2008. 0% interest till 2008. No down payment, and we pay your sales tax. Saturday, 10 till 9, only at Gardner White. Every single price is slashed, cut, shattered. Up to 77% off the best furniture. And for a few short hours, no down payment. 0% interest till 2008. 2008. And we even pay your sales tax. Don't miss out. Saturday, New Year's Day only. 10 till 9, only at Gardner White.
One phone call to Rock Financial could make a difference of thousands of dollars in your payment.
I'm saving $6,000 a year.
Well, we've saved $400 a month.
Rock Financial has saved us about $500 a month.
Oh, you're talking $1,000 a month. That's a lot.
Call 800-333-ROCK and talk to a mortgage expert.
Oh, I saved a lot of money with my new financing than what it was paying before.
Yes, we're glad we went with Rock. Yeah. They're saving us a lot of money.
This holiday season, it's your last chance to find the right price on the Volkswagen that's right for you.
I love it.
Right now, during our year-end sales drive, get great deals on 2005 Jettas.
Michigan, Texas, the Rose Bowl, Saturday at 4:30 on 7th.
In Moscow tonight, it is already New Year's Day 2005. Fireworks lit the skies on New Year's Eve as revelers watched from the ground. Fireworks made for a picturesque scene in Red Square as Moscow welcomed 2005.
And it is already New Year's Day in Rio as well. Look at this. Ooh, fireworks filled the Brazilian sky over the famous Copacabana beach. No word on the whereabouts of Barry Manilow at the Copacabana.
That's because he fell in love in the Copacabana, and you don't stick around when you fall in love.
He also writes the songs.
All right. On a more serious note, George Kell is in the hospital tonight.
Also ahead, we check in with sports. Don Shane's in Pasadena. We'll be right back.
Channel 7 is your home for the Rose Bowl. The Michigan Wolverines head out west to Pasadena to take on the Texas Longhorns. Watch the game people call the granddaddy of them all. The Wolverines in the Rose Bowl, Saturday at 4:30, only on 7.
Season's best. Experience the magic. Cadillac. Breakthrough. Visit your local Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer.
He's 16 years from college. She's 12 years away. In parent time, it'll feel like an hour. So start saving now. Invest in the Michigan Education Savings Program by December 31st and be eligible for a Michigan income tax deduction. You'll enjoy the benefits of starting early and save with the knowledge that your funds are good at colleges everywhere. It's all explained online, even how to enroll. But do it by December 31st, because the best savings plan of all is starting early.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold out there.
This evening has been
Hoping that you
so
drop
very nice. I ought to say no, 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 sir. At least I'm gonna say that I tried. I really can't stay. Oh, but it's cold.
Preview Michigan's big game matchup Saturday at 10 on 7.
Baseball Hall of Famer George Kell is in the hospital tonight, recovering from a car accident in Arkansas. We're told he broke his left leg and left arm. Kell was a 10-time All-Star in his playing days and later became an announcer for the Tigers. He's now 82 years old. Kell's wife says he's doing very well considering the seriousness of the accident.
And best wishes tonight to George Kell for a speedy recovery. All right, we have seen for about a week now these Michigan Wolverines play around, clown around, eat steak to steak. Tomorrow it's time to get to business.
Showtime. They are underdogs. Don't forget. So if they do win, it is going to be an upset. And there has been talk all week about weather wreaking havoc on the Rose Bowl for the first time in more than 40 years. But put those concerns to rest. While it may be cloudy tomorrow in Pasadena, there's only a 10% chance of rain, so it looks pretty good. Didn't look like Mother Nature would cooperate for the annual team photo session, but between showers today, the Michigan football team had its proverbial moment in the sun. The guys had a good time with it. These are pictures many of them will have on their walls for years to come, and you know it'll look a lot better if they win the game. And as Ray pointed out, with all the hype and all the pomp and circumstance now behind them, it is time for these guys to get serious about tomorrow's game. And as Don Shane tells us, that's exactly what the Wolverines are doing.
It's time for guys to get serious. I mean, from the things that you eat to the things that you just think about. You should be thinking about Texas at all times right now.
It's not an excuse, but Braylon and other players admit last year against USC, they were distracted. They lost focus. They played poorly. This year, they hope that Rose Bowl experience pays off.
I'm going to be me until it's time to go on the field. I try not to get too anxious about the game or too excited, because I feel like that wastes so much energy, So I'll save all that for 5-10 minutes before the game and go out and play.
Michigan has been out here now for 10 days. That's a lot of preparation time, and you might think with the game being played tomorrow that some of the players could be a little nervous tonight, and sleeping might be real tough.
Nah, I don't sleep a lot at night before the game. I'm just, the anxiety of playing in the game, especially a big game like this, I probably get about 3 hours of sleep.
Not nervous, just excited, I guess. And that's how it's always been since I've been in high school. I never really sleep the night of a game because it's just I'm anxious to get on the field and play.
If Hart and quarterback Chad Henne play well, Michigan might win. If they have freshman jitters, Michigan likely loses. And they know it.
Football players play their whole life, never go to a game like the Rose Bowl. You're a freshman, you get to go. You got to realize how lucky you are.
Definitely, and I realize that, and we have to make the most of it. We don't want to come out here and lose, because that just, that makes the trip not worth it.
There's no emotion that I can express right now, being here with the team, especially as a freshman starting, and we're just going to go out like every other game and play as hard as we can and come out with a victory.
Both of those guys are going to be stars for a long time.
The Wolverines hope a long time begins tomorrow. With Michigan and Southern California, I'm Don Shane reporting for Channel 7 Sports.
All right, Don has been a busy guy following the Wolverines all week, and what you're about to see, further proof that hustle always pays off in the end. Don may have gotten the soundbite of the week right here.
Hey, do me a favor, look in that camera and give your best what's going to happen tomorrow.
Pain.
For who? You figure it out.
Way to go, Donnie. Reminds me a lot of Clubber Lang in
I was
Rocky
going to say,
3.
I thought it was a Rocky reference. Nice job.
All right, Tom, thank you. The century-old tradition of gathering in New York City's Times Square is alive and well tonight. Let's check back in one more time with a look at Midtown Manhattan, where revelers' hearts are probably beating a little faster because midnight and 2005 are approaching. An estimated 1 billion people watch the ball drop either in person or on TV. Look at that scene.
That's really nice. Weather today, there and here, beautiful. What are we looking like tomorrow?
Well, we are looking at starting the day with some sunshine. Nice way to start the day. Temperatures will be a bit cooler, though, than what we've had today. And then through the day, the clouds increase, and we'll have a chance for rain tomorrow night. So it does look like we're going to start the new year off on the dry side, just a little bit cooler.
Oh, it seems a little bit more appropriate.
Yeah.
It's December and soon to be January.
No rain in Pasadena.
All right.
There you go. Let's cross it. Well, that right there is the latest from Action News. Thank you so much for joining us.
Happy New Year, everyone. Be safe tonight. Good night.